friend Semigram doing TCGs yet again. Wrapping up that case of Tales of Aria, first edition for Flesh and Blood. Had a pretty solid first 2 boxes. 3 total cold foils in 2 boxes. One of them was the Majestic Pulse of Candlehold. 3 Rainbow Foil Majestics, slightly above right there too. Exactly flat with 12 Majestics across 2 boxes, so 6 each. Like I said, just pretty darn solid. Nothing to complain about there. Nothing super crazy, but just slightly above the norm 2 boxes. Can the other 2 boxes keep up with that? And this whole case for this extremely powerful, all living legended set, can we wrap up with a just complete banger of a case? Let's find out. Channel Lake Frigid right off the bat. First pack gives us a Majestic. And a Lightning Press. Decent start. Channel Lake Frigid. Not a bad place to start. Turn. Ice Storm, second pack, second Majestic. This leads me to believe there will be a massive dead spot. Lightning Press, and our first cold foil. Wow. There will be a massive dead zone in this box somewhere. A common, Runaways. This should be an interesting box. By interesting, I potentially mean really boring. If we keep on getting a bunch of front-loaded goodies. Lightning Surge. Alright. Because usually, you like to have, some junk. Red Bolton Shot. Feel the Flash. Some junk. A couple good hits. Or a good hit, some junk, good hit, space it out a little. Maybe this is where the spacing is going to happen. Blue Sigil, Chilling Ice Vein. Is that we're going to see nothing for a hot minute. That's what I was saying, though. It's going to be streaky. It's going to be streaky. 2 Majestics in a row. Flash and Lightning Press. Weavice. Is that a small vice? I'm not apologizing for that. You can get over that right now. Snapshot. Another Seek and Destroy. Alright. That's a solid, handy Ranger Majestic. Buzzbolt. So at least, once again, seeing some solid majesty. Frostfang, Weavice. Look, I'm not going to apologize for the first time, but I won't do it again. For now. Maybe later. Once per box, once per stack. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And Flying Earth. So I like to keep my big boxes of bulk cards exposed to the elephants, of bulk cards to and Blue Sigil, very nice, to keep around to help new players fill out decks if they picked up a Blitz deck or an Armory deck from their LGS. Be able to try and fill things out for them. And I feel like the elemental stuff was a place that I was particularly thin. So this will be helpful to fill that back out. Turn timer. And then some of the bulk common equipment, especially things like Coda Frost or, you know, just wee little equipments like that. It's nice to pick copies of, just so stuff that most of the time people aren't going to be playing, given the opportunity to play something else anyway. But you get stuff like Deep Blue too, though. The things that, you know, if somebody just getting started just wants to get a little something going, I find it nice to have that kind of thing around. So trying to refill my stock for that kind of stuff. How many times have I given that stuff that somebody wanted? Hey, shut up. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna get more people into this game, and then it's gonna happen. It is. I promise. There's another Awakening. Not my favorite. But every now and then, too, you get things that get legitimately used. Like that dumb generic cat in this one. Ragamuffin cat. So there, Sigil of Suffering. There definitely are things that pop up. That see, I mean, I guess case in point, too, is like playing Dorinthia. Chances are very low I will be playing anything but a common foot piece, right? Those bolters is coming. Stir that wildwood. So there is the occasional thing that just ends up being really, really fancy for a particular deck. Another Sting of Sorcery. Okay. We've been getting stung a lot. That is a bag of sleeves down. Got to open this next one. Go through a lot of sleeves. Versioning. Rotten Old Butler. Weaverth and Biting Gale. Flash Freeze. It just occurred to me that we hadn't seen a foil Majestic yet. Like, when I saw that one. Not, oh, I thought about this just before I pulled the card. No, I didn't realize it until I pulled it. Alright, last pack. This it's just disappointing because it's a perfectly on par box. That's just rude. Cases shouldn't start off so above rate and then just be like, you know what, I'm gonna give you exactly what you expect. That just seems tacky to me. I am, of course, full of nonsense and understand that this is just the way of things, so don't take me too seriously. Cold Wave, Tome of Harvests. You know what I don't love these days? Books. Not like actual books. Card books. Ragamuffin Set, that's the one. Silly tomes. Weavice, Velaflash. I forget. For these classes, even the non-elemental stuff, Shock Striker, how there actually is a pretty decent chunk of like important cards in this set for just the mainline versions of these classes. Alright, I would love, love, love to see a legendary. Blizzard. That card also irks me. Sure. That's precisely the kind of thing we were talking about. Legendary Spellbound Creepers. In cold foil. Yep, we will take that. 100% of the time, that is spicy. So yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright, so since I'm not being greedy, can I have a Fabled too? I'm kidding. I'm kiddishing. You know what I watched with the kid last night? K-pop Demon Hunters. That was a goofy, fun movie. Not like best favorite thing. Like, yeah, there are things I could have liked better about it, but it was also a lot of fun. Like, I would watch it again. It was just fun. I enjoy anyway, like musicals, movie with musical elements, that kind of thing. So having that, this very dinked So Tomorrow is just going straight into the bin. Bolt and Shot. Like having that kind of be a plot point amused me. Yeah. If you like poppy music and fun little fantasy, almost urban fantasy, Oak and Old, sure. Like urban fantasy, whatnot, kind of younger, slanted action. Oh, and Frostlock foil, sure. That's our majestic foil. Give the movie a whirl. Like, it was just kind of fun. My nephews came in talking about it today too, which I did not think they would have enjoyed it, and they were talking about it and enjoyed it too. So it seems to be a crowd pleaser. Of course, they liked the villains, but you know, whatever. It still seemed to be a crowd pleaser, so keep that in mind. So we've already got our creepers. That's probably our, I mean, get the cold foil legendary. That's probably the hit of the case. Much less the box. So this might be a pretty dull last half of this box. We've already got the rainbow foil majestic. I think we've already pulled 3 majestics out of the box. This could either be really boring or really surprisingly awesome. There is a Flicker Wisp for yet another majestic. I don't know. Maybe this box heard what I said about box 3 and is like, all right, I gotta more than pull my weight here. I gotta really spice this up. Doggone it. I know y'all don't care, but I do. I've said it 1,000 times. Can't go in the wrong stack. Biting Gale, Explosive Grip. Ooh, okay. Foil Seek and Destroy. So we got a... Okay. almost certainly making this box, even if you just consider the legendary a cold foil, making this box above rate. That's pretty nice, because that is a second foil majestic. And a decent one at that. We're always happy with Seek and Destroy. Weave Lightning. Awakening for yet another majestic. We're getting there, y'all. I don't know where there is, but I like it. 7 packs left, including the one in my hand. So we may still have some fun yet, y'all. Amulet of Lightning. Checking out that right, yeah. We may have some fun yet. Flash, Embolden, Polar Blast. Or we may not. That's the flip side. Sometimes things just don't go that way. Turn Timber, Ice Quake, Brights of Lightning. That's a good looking foil. Honing Hood. Should I say, what's the cold foil? No, that was Storm. That's right. That was from Ark. Should I say, was this the one? No. That was a much cooler one. No offense. Sigil, Bolt and Shot, Earth Surge Lure. I didn't actually intentionally mess that up. That one just came out wrong and I just rolled with it. Evergreen. Majestic, Blossoming Spellblade. Always glad to see a majestic. Strength of Sequoia. Alright, 2 packs left. We've got to be... I'm not going to go through and count the majestics until I'm done, but we've got to be done, right? Break Ground. We've got to be done. Or do we have a last taste? A little sparkle of magic left. Winter's Bite? Nah, nothing. I was right. That said, this ain't bad. Alright, now I am actually going to count these. I'm expecting 12. But Blossom 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right on the money. But Blossoming Spellblade, sure. Awakening, Flicker Wisp, Oaken Hold, Blizzard, Tome, Sting, Awakening, Exposed, Seek and Destroy, Ice Storm, Channel Lake Frigid. 3 foils again out of 2 boxes. Seek and Destroy, Frostlock, Flash Freeze, Cold Foil Runaways, and we did in fact find our Cold Foil Legendary, the Spellbound Creepers. That's a pretty solid, I still see this legendary around quite a bit. This or I'm blanking on the other one, but yeah, I'm not gonna be mad at a Spellbound Creeper. Thank you so much for going with me, revisiting Aria, just taking a look at the elemental lands out here. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for spending some of your day with me. I know you got a lot of things you could be doing. Life's busy. So anytime you give me, I sincerely appreciate. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, y'all.